there's energy going to the system, you have electricity and everything's fine, your digital display will light up. The first thing you want to do is hit the main on-off button. And what that will do is, the system is going through diagnostics right now to make sure everything's in place, and now the fan has been initiated and will turn on. Your cooking unit will not function unless the fan is running. So if the fan does not come up, that means there's a fault in the system, and it'll tell you. So once the fan is going, I usually let it go for at least a minute or two to get everything going through the system, and then I will hit my cook button. With my cook button, I am now started at 375, and I can go down to 325, 300, etc., etc. My sweet spot is usually 375 to 425, depending on the volume or what I'm cooking on top of the cook surface. If you can see here, those two red squares are two of the heaters being initiated right now. And that will pulse to the other side, as you can see. And what that does is it keeps the amp draw down. The efficiency of the machine is because our heaters pulse either one at a time or two at a time, and that maintains a low amp draw. All these other indicator lights here are for our grease filters, our inlet pressure, and aperture inlet. So even if I pull this aperture off while it's functioning, this would go red, the system would shut down. Once the system shuts down, I can place everything back. As long as I have green lights, I can turn the system off. It'll reestablish itself, you turn it back on, and you start the process again, let the fan go, and then you can turn your cook mode back on. This right here is your settings. You can get into your settings and you can preset different temperatures for your staff. So you don't have to always use the manual controls. You can have presets for different recipes, and you can do that for your staff. You can hit home and you get back to your main screen. If I hit my settings button twice, then I get to factory settings and set temperatures, and it'll give you all that information. Under the factory settings, you can also get into your actual temperatures of each of your heaters. Right now it's in the startup mode, so we're at 175. Now we're at 180, and it will go back and forth as the heaters are functioning. So I can hit my settings button again, and I can go to Diagnostics, which normally you don't have to get into, and this will give you readings of amp draw from your heaters on each side, so you can do your own diagnostics on electricity. If you did have a problem, you could go through this diagnostic process with a representative, a technician from Evo Incorporated, to help you figure out if there's an issue with your system. Other than that, it's fairly straightforward. It's a cooking system that you can maintain either with presets or with the manual temperature control. And that's our Evo EVent.